let you tell all about what is happening with distilleries, or distillery, as it were, in Oklahoma. Hunter Merritt. Woo! Thank you.
How's it going? All right, I'm Hunter Merritt. This is my family and I's company. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Prairie Wolf Spirits. We are the first licensed distillery in Oklahoma. I use those words about government up there. I had some other ones up there, but I thought maybe they weren't appropriate for here. When we started the idea of opening a distillery, we wanted to do something new for Oklahoma. There's this renaissance going on you guys are all familiar with. There's new restaurants, new breweries. There was no distilleries yet, so we kind of, that excites me when something doesn't exist yet in a market. When we went to the Able Commission to get our permitting and all that, they told us, you can't do a distillery in the state, and I had to show them that we could. So right there was some, we kind of saw it was going to be a tough ride. When the government was telling us we couldn't, we said we could. So it was kind of a funny intro to speaking with the local government. We had a place leased in Oklahoma City, right by our house, which was great. But the city, we had some back and forth with them. We ended up in Guthrie, where we are now. We're in the historic district. They kind of said, what can we do to get you here, instead of here's a list of things to do to open this. So that was great to be welcomed by a local government. To learn how to distill, to open this new business of ours. Our family has no history of distilling. You can home brew, you can home wine make, you can't home distill. They don't allow that here. So we traveled out of state. My brother went to New York, I went to Denver. My dad went to Kentucky. We went all over the place. Just kind of learned our own styles, hands-on training at distilleries, kind of unpaid internships, I guess. Learned how to do it, and then came back here and kind of developed our own process. Let's see here. Yeah, you always hear successful people talk about hiring people smarter than you. I'm sure she's familiar with this. We thought we had it all figured out. We went around the country, did our hands-on training, came back here, drew up our blueprint. I drew it out myself. We're going to put the still here. It's going to be perfect. We had a 30-year plus master distiller from Kentucky come in as a consultant. And he took a red pen to it, pretty much changed everything we had. Just red pen it was just a red, covered in red ink at the end. So that was kind of a lesson learned there, to always hire people smarter than you. I've heard people say that, to kind of see it firsthand in front of you was really, really eye-opening. Let's see here. So yeah, we've been around for about 2 years, just over 2 years. Our first product, see over there, kind of small, is our vodka. That's kind of your cash flow product. We wanted to get cash flow established immediately. That's the most consumed alcohol on earth, so you kind of start there to get it flowing. And then our next two, we have our coffee liqueur here, and our gin are kind of our new products. We wanted to get real crafty with those. Those are winning some international competitions, getting really high rankings from Wine Enthusiast, Wine Spectator, those kind of things, tastings.com. Synergy I have up there. Our next products, I got my MBA from OCU. You hear the word synergy thrown around a lot, but out of context, it's hard to really grasp what that is. All of our new products, we've two in the works here, are going to be co-branded with other Oklahoma companies. With some of the breweries, we're doing a co-branded beer, schnapps it's called, and Strong Tonic. Is anyone familiar with them? The local bitters maker here. I don't know if you guys are. Okay, there's one in the back. We're doing a co-branded product with him, and it's been really exciting to start a brand. We kind of have their marketing momentum as well. We kind of gain their customer base as well. So everything we do from now on basically is going to be synergy with other companies. It's really helped us kind of get some real momentum. I feel like I'm flying through this. Let's see here. Yeah, so like I said, we've been around for 2+ years. We're in 4 states currently. We've got two more coming on. We're always looking to expand, but Oklahoma is our base, it's our foundation. It's exciting to get these new states, but everything we do now is really focusing on Oklahoma. How can we do better here? Oklahoma City, Tulsa, surrounding smaller cities. We have just now entered a new phase of growth, kind of a capital-seeking phase. We have wonderful momentum. We have hundreds of relationships with restaurant chains, bars, liquor stores, the distributors, the brokers. We're kind of ready for phase 2. So this is kind of an exciting / scary time for us. You can see from the first slide here, that's our building currently. You can see that's just kind of the center section there. So we have plans to grow. We have our permits. We're getting ready to pull the trigger. We're just kind of waiting to get some capital lined up. I think that's it. Yeah, that's Prairie Wolf. We're the first distillery in Oklahoma, and we're figuring out as we go, and it's going well for us.
All right, well, we've got some questions for you. I'm sure I want to start off by asking, what would you say is was the biggest mistake that you made in that first time? Maybe I'll narrow it down for you. How about a marketing mistake?
Well, marketing's tough. I'm the marketer. I'm the producer. I'm the sales guy. We've just hired a marketing company, and it's just, it's wonderful to have them. Anytime we have a marketing idea, I don't even look at it. I just throw it to them, have them look at it. So initially it was really tough because it was me, let's try this, let's see if this works, let's see if that works. To have someone, kind of like the hire people smarter than you, to have someone handle it, that's their specialty. It's really changed everything. We hired them about 4 months ago, and it's been just amazing.
Got a question right here.
All right, so I was fortunate enough to get a bottle of the dark coffee liqueur,
Nice.
and I'm now an alcoholic thanks to you, because that is the best coffee liqueur I have ever tasted. It's fantastic, and now I look for it in restaurants, and I was just at Dilly Diner the other day, and it's sitting right there.
Awesome.
But one of the things that I really enjoyed about your company and the products you make is not only is it just the first distillery in Oklahoma, but you're taking your sourced materials and you're bringing them into the state. And so this is not only just made in Oklahoma, but some of the things are grown in Oklahoma, and the coffee beans. Tell us about your process about being locally sourced to the extent as possible, and what's your goals for the next? I know you said the synergy with the others. Are you introducing new products other than the 3 for your own branding?
Yeah, we try to source everything locally with our gin, the Savory Spice Shop. You guys have those here in Tulsa? There's one in Oklahoma City. I don't know if you had one. We sourced all of our botanicals from them. With the coffee liqueur, we want to use everything local. There's no coffee grown here or maybe there is, but it's not very good, I guess. But we found an Oklahoma guy who owns a farm in Kona Valley, Hawaii, and it just worked out perfectly. I mean, if you look, there's someone who owns something, or a way you can use people here. He owns a farm in Kona. He ships the beans to us. We roast them here, produce it here. It just worked out perfectly. And he lives 5 minutes from me. It's just funny how it worked out. Yeah, we try to do everything. And we were going through accounting the other day. We work with 50 plus vendors, and 90+% are Oklahoma, which is nice. And then future products. Like I said, the breweries are doing so well. There's a local bitters manufacturer. We're just trying to partner up. With us, it's the more the merrier. There's not any other distilleries right now, but when they come up, we'll work together and it'll be great. Brewing, distilling, it's kind of a real camaraderie business. It's not more competition. It's more people doing it. The word's getting out. So.
Okay, question right here in the middle.
You said you're expanding. What are you doing to expand? Are you internally financing this expansion? Are you franchising? Are you partnering with other places?
That's a great question. It's been all internal. The initial startup, we handled it all. And I'm telling you right now, this is the last couple of days we finally made the decision. Let's go to phase 2. So we're talking to everybody. We're open to kind of hear anyone's thoughts on it. But partnering with someone else locally would be fantastic. If we need to figure out a way to do it on our own, we'll do that as well. But we've hit the point where momentum is officially flowing, and it's not, it doesn't come in waves. It's just here. And we're kind of ever expanding. Every market we go, it does fairly well. So we're kind of we've just officially opened that book to see what we can do.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, got one right back here.
Hey, good morning. I'm Ian. I'm with Lamar. We do the outdoor marketing. And I had a question about your marketing. You said you hired like a third party, right? It's another company that kind of helps you with your marketing. Can you tell
Private
us?
group, if you're familiar.
Okay, I'm not. Is it an ad agency or how does that, what business model is that?
It's a full marketing company. They do, they have a PR department. They have your classic advertising, but mainly it's just it's marketing in general. They help us in every aspect. With event planning. When we get ads, we don't do a lot of ads, but they'll help us get better rates, things like that. They kind of cover the board.
Okay, question right back here.
We'll come back. Yeah, you guys can talk afterwards. Who's a better customer so far, bars or retail liquor stores and package stores? And is there one you're focusing on more? Obviously, you want to do both, but where's your focus? Where's your focus been? What's the success been, and where are you focusing going forward?
Well, it's kind of what comes first, the chicken or the egg. One drives the other, but if you can't get into retail, you can't really get a presence. Bars and restaurants, typically, and this is what everyone will tell you, is retail is what drives it, and then the bars and restaurants are kind of supplement to that. We have been the opposite of that, which is odd, but that kind of shows who we are. We're I don't like to use the word hipsters, but you guys are familiar. But they're the ones going to bars, they're the ones going to the cool places, so that's where we've really done well with that crowd. And then people come up to me and say, well, where can I buy it? And any liquor store in the state. They always think you have to come to our place to buy a bottle or something, but it's available everywhere. So this lead up to the holidays, we're going to focus almost 100% on retail because the bar restaurant scene is going really well. Now we've got to get the other side caught up. So.
Okay, question back here.
So as a home brewer, I'm very familiar with all the various laws of Oklahoma. How have you navigated the Able Commission and then the relationship with the distributors? Because that can be very difficult when you're trying to get it in the market. Oklahoma's not the friendliest place to get into with alcohol. Curious to see what your experience with that was.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. You just have to keep forging ahead. Like I said, when we first launched, we went to the Able and said we want to open a distillery. They said you can't. I had to show them we could. So right there, it was, we saw this was going to be tough. They're willing to listen though. I meet with them once a month and just kind of drill them with what, we need to do this, can we do this? We couldn't do tours at first, now we can do tours. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but, and then in terms of distributors, we were with Republic, who's a large multinational distributor. We signed with them, we were excited, this coverage is going to be great. They're a huge company, we're a small company, and it just went really poorly. Every meeting we had, there really wasn't any traction, nothing happening, but so that was kind of the first mistake we made, I guess, really signing with a big firm. We thought it would be exciting, we thought it'd be great. We're going to get in 1,000 accounts. We've since signed with a very small distributor, Premium Brands, if you're familiar, and it's just been night and day better. So, yeah, kind of find someone who fits your brand helps.
You were talking about your brand, and we've talked a little bit, so I know some of the story, but talk about maybe the mistake it was to not keep the Prairie Wolf name attached as you moved forward with new products. And yeah, I saw these pictures, you got the wolf on the vodka, but there's nothing to tie them together. Talk about that process.
I should have used that to answer your first question, first marketing mistake. We wanted each product to really stand on its own. We like bold, we like simple, but then we found out we're kind of running 3 brands here. There's no, people, we love your vodka, when's your gin come out? And the gin's sitting behind the bar, they couldn't tell. So if you look at our new products, yeah, they're small over there, but everything now has that necker, has that Prairie Wolf Spirits on it, this logo. And it's been so helpful. We've seen it at bars, people walk in and just standing behind the bar, you can quickly see our products. So we thought we had that figured out. That was another me trying something and it didn't work out, but that was the first thing our marketer said. You need to have the Red Wolf everywhere. So anytime anyone sees a new product, they immediately know that's your brand. I want to support the local brand.
Right, question here in the front.
Especially like early on, how did you guys handle obstacles with distribution? I don't know if you guys were doing that yourselves. I'm kind of interested to hear that side of it.
Well, yeah, like I was answered his back there. We can't self-distribute. The wineries can here, I believe. We signed with the big dog distributor and we were so excited about it, but it went very poorly. Just find someone who fits your brand. It's Premium Brands who we use. It's a smaller outfit and you know, I used to, when we signed up the public, I just said, let's do it. I signed up. Now, every decision we make, I mean, it's a long interview process. Do we fit with them? Do they fit with us? And now that we've got the right fit with Premium, it's been amazing. Is that it?
Okay, we have time for a few more questions, if anybody's right back there.
All right, question back here. Who roasts your coffee?
The coffee owner does, the farm owner, yeah. There's all of a sudden 100 roasters here, which is great. It's Dr. Paolo's coffee. He's got, I live in Oklahoma City. His roastery is western in Britain, give or take a block south, I guess, yeah, a block south of there. But yeah, he ships it here, he roasts it here, and it's just fantastic. Do you have a roastery?
He's from Topeka, which is our coffee sponsor that supplies our.
All right, I like
coffee. So.
I have a question. You mentioned that when you made the decision to start the distillery, you traveled, but where did your funding come from? Because I imagine this was not exactly easy to bootstrap.
Sure, we got a loan out. Yeah, we've got a great relationship with the bank in Oklahoma City. We took a loan out, and you know, it still is pretty terrifying to look at what, you know, how all that's going. But it ensures that I work hard and get up early and get after it. So. Yeah, there's no procrastinating anymore once we got that going. And phase 2, we'll either go that route again. We'd like to maybe get, you know, some personal investment and some work with individuals instead of with the bank, but we'll see.
So when you say you work for yourself, you really mean you work for the bank?
Exactly, yes.
So this is kind of a technical question, but unlike the home brewers, you probably just can't go down the street and buy a home brewing system. You have to go find a still from somewhere, and they're probably not made locally. Tell us about your still, and then in your expansion plans, are you going to add additional stills, or what's your current capacity, and how do you grow in your distillery?
Yeah, I should have addressed that. Yeah, this is our still. It's a Carl still. It's made in Germany. It's a wonderful piece of machinery. You know, there's one manufacturer here in America called Vendome in Kentucky, and there's 2 in Germany. And the Vendome, the prices are through the roof. They're all expensive. But the wait list, you know, we got our building ready, this was ready, we started placing our orders, and they told us about 2 years, and that didn't work for us. So we went this route. These are designed for clear spirits. They're designed for vodka, for gin. You can make fantastic whiskey, but they're designed for clear. So in our expansion, we're going to go Vendome, the Kentucky producer, which will be solely whiskey stills, and that's all they're going to be used for. But yeah, this is work. It's a workhorse, and it looks great. It's a nice showpiece. But yeah, for expansion, we'll go with the American route.
What's your current capacity? Yeah.
You know, it's basically, people always ask. It's how often do we want to work it? You know, I could do 3 runs of gin in a day. You know, with this still. But with the way our sales are, I mean, I'm not in Guthrie as much as you'd think. You know, when we launched this, I figured I'd be there, you know, 5 days a week and kind of supplement with sales on the weekends. We'll go out there, work sun up to sundown, I mean 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. for 4 days straight, and then I'll be out in the market for 3 weeks selling, and then kind of go back, do more runs. So, and whiskey, you know, we produced that 2 years ago. So I haven't made whiskey in a long time. It's just kind of a funny product. You make it, put it in wood, and produce again in 6 months. So.
Another question here.
You actually just answered my question. You said you were going to get into whiskey, and my thought was, well, you have to store it in barrels. What was the plan of that? So
yeah, it's a funny product. You know, it's hard to forecast. It's hard for the big guys to forecast. So it's really hard for us. We produced. It's 2-year age for a straight designation. You hear straight bourbon, straight rye. So it's tough. You know, we're going to sell out quickly. We've never had a product that had pre-sales. Everything is, you know, hey, here's our coffee liqueur. Does anyone like this? Hopefully this sells. The whiskey is getting hype behind it now. So when it's in the bottle, we're going to ship it out probably the day we bottle it, and it's going to be sold out then. And then we have to wait 6 months for our next batch to mature, which will be larger. And every 6 months we put a little more back than last time. So it's hard to forecast, but it's kind of a fun problem to run out of things. So.
All right, I think we're going to do our final question, which is, what can the 1 Million Cups community do for you?
Well, kind of goes back to what I was saying about the liquor stores and so many people when they see us now, I love Prairie Wolf, that's great, I love what you're doing, but there's the underlying, it's available everywhere. It's just kind of funny, people always think, how do I get a bottle? Do you mail it to me? It's just kind of funny. We have the family-owned feel, but we are in every liquor store, most bars. It's just a matter of, supporting local, and we're really riding that wave. The breweries are all doing well. We're just kind of trying to be a part of that. Think that way with spirits as well. So.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
We do have one final announcement. Today is last day of Ben's day as an organizer. So if you could please give him a round of applause for all the hard work.